Peter Franklin is the Gabby Cabby in New York City. The last English-speaking cab driver in all of New York. And I do have to ask you, Peter. Good morning, Peter Franklin.
Good morning.
How is every time we see one of these terrorist attacks, what happened in Paris and now in Brussels, New York City looks upon it we all look at it like, I remember 9/11. And is there a worry, is there a heightened sense of security in New York when something like this happens?
No, not at all.
People just move on.
The cops are saying that it is, and the police are saying. I mean, they may be doing something behind the scenes, but
right.
As you go around the city, there's nothing obvious that there's, more police or guys with machine guns or any of that kind of business.
Listen, the primary is going to be a big primary coming up in April for all of New York. Trump, Bernie Sanders, Hillary Clinton, Ted Cruz.
Everybody except Cruz is a New Yorker.
Yeah, right. It's
we have it kind of monopolized.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on? I mean, Bernie Sanders with really a big win last night.
Yeah, I know. It's an amazing thing. My original theory about Bernie was that he was the sacrificial lamb.
Yeah, me too.
The Democrats wanted to make it appear that somebody was running against Hillary, so they looked around and they said, who's the person who has the least possibility of getting elected? Oh, I know, a Jewish senator from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So they picked him. I think this kind of blew up a little bit in their face. Nothing serious. He's not going to win in any circumstances. But I think that it's really kind of funny. Sometimes you get what you wish for.
Yeah, I do feel. I mean, we laughed about Bernie Sanders being in because it was just it's like, okay, Hillary had to have somebody, so they threw in Bernie, and now look at it. I think you're right. I think it.
Yeah, he's a con man. I think he must have been in college with me, in City College in New York. Yeah. The hotbed of tree hugging commie pinko liberals. I must have been in some class with Bernie. He is so in the mode of the let's share everything, let's sing together, let's hold arms and everything. Yeah. That's why you see liberal New Yorkers. Let me give you a little tip. Liberal New Yorkers who talk a great game run away to places like Vermont to get away from disagreeable elements, if you catch my drift.
It's interesting. I watched the assembly floor yesterday as they were debating this issue of mixed martial arts finally being legalized in New York, and I'm watching some of the ultra-liberal New York assembly people. And it's very interesting, and it's very touchy-feely. No one should be hurt. God forbid somebody gets punched, and I passed last night. But those that were in against it was interesting to watch them.
Yeah, well, it's a repeat of generation after generation. Get a job.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What do we have? Oh, in New York with the household income, New Yorkers.
Yeah, we got all the money, baby. And we really do. I mean, New York has just got wall-to-wall people who are very, very rich. I think the last count was something like there's about 600,000. That's the number, 600,000. I have not spoke, who are classified as millionaires.
Wow.
Okay, meaning that, their net worth and all of that kind of thing. And then they got into more statistics. But you got a lot of rich people, and the one problem with rich people in New York is they don't know how to tip.
And why is that? The people who are the middle class, the people who don't have the money, they tip, but the biggies don't.
You can pick up a lady at Bloomingdale's who has wall-to-wall packages.
Yeah.
Just flowing all over the place, and she'll give you a Park Avenue address, and then when you get there, it's sort of like she just spent $2,000 and you're going to get a dime.
Yeah. What do you think of the president in Cuba?
I think it's terrible. I mean, I really do. I mean, the people, and contrary to what you may be reading in newspapers, the Cuban community in New York City is very upset because they don't like the Castros. They don't like what's going on in their home country.
Yeah.
And they think that Obama has given it some kind of legitimacy, which he really hasn't. I mean, I don't think anything's going to come of it that's going to be very significant, except a bunch of airlines and hotels are going to run to do business. But, I think it was a mistake. They're very upset about it. We didn't get anything out of the deal, as Trump would say.
And listen, it's always interesting to see that New Yorkers and usually the legislators, we talk about these liberal legislators, are coming up with these rules and regulations, the sugar tax and this, that, and the other thing. But now there's a new thing about oranges and I'm pretty sure I read this in New York, that oranges can no longer be peeled and sold. Is that true?
They say that the natural packaging is really healthy and that it's very bad to peel them. And some of the high-end grocery stores have been, you can get to be very lazy living in Manhattan.
Sure.
You can buy oranges. Well, you could buy oranges that were already peeled in a little box. And I have a picture of it on my website. And now the city of New York has said, no. If you want to sell oranges, they better stay in God's container.
I get the little oranges that are easy to peel.
Yeah, well,
the
then you're okay. But, I mean, if you have to buy them peeled already, that's like people go into these convenience stores in Manhattan, and they buy things, like you can buy bananas, but you can get bananas that are cut for you. It's like, how lazy can you get?
Or pre-colored Easter eggs.
Pre-colored Easter
exactly,
eggs.
All of that kind of stuff.
Up here, where we have those, and I think it's brilliant, to be honest.
Well, you're honest.
Yeah.
Listen, people come up to me all the time. They say, this guy Keeler, he's honest.
Honest. I mean, to a fault, unfortunately.
And polite.
And very polite. All right, Peter.
Is that a feminine voice I just heard?
That is Christine Bellino, yeah.
I didn't know that there was a lady that worked with you. Is she very attractive?
Are you kidding me?
Peter, yes. She's argued with you a couple of times.
I know.
If you recall.
Just being silly.
Good stuff, Peter. It's the best tour in New York City. It'll take you to places you did not even know exist.
Right.
You don't even know exist, and that's Peter Franklin. The website is Gabby.com. Peter, thanks. We'll talk to you again.
Thank you.
Next
Bye-bye.
week. All right. I'm glad he was just kidding there. But I wonder. Got a break. Hold on. Try to WIBX.